Hi guys, Barry here. I wanted to make a really quick video to show you this because it's absolutely massive. If you are thinking about selling physical products, if you're already doing it, then this is something you really need to see. If you are even thinking about it, then this is something that you need to see as well. And even if you haven't thought about it, this is something you need to see because it might make you think about doing something like this. For example, if you want to sell t-shirts, you want to drop ship them, then you get your orders through a cart system, and you then fulfill your orders with a fulfillment house like Printful or something like that. So it is a good way of doing business, and also this update in Thrivecart makes it absolutely massively powerful. You see, up until now, if you want to do this sort of thing, your shopping cart is normally handled by somebody like Etsy or one of these big platforms, Amazon or whatever. Now the problem with that is that you get some organic traffic to it from searches within the platform, but you are spending a bit of money on fees and everything. And also you don't have a lot of control over putting those customers onto lists that are automated, so you can then send them your new products that are coming out and all that kind of stuff. So the chances of upselling those people are very limited using those large platforms. This puts power into your hands. So let's have a look inside the Thrivecart, my Thrivecart dashboard. If you haven't already looked at Thrivecart, you should do, because for two reasons. Number one, it's the best shopping cart system out there. It is amazingly simple, but amazingly powerful. And it's something that, forget all of the different affiliate programs like JVZoo and Warrior Plus and ClickBank and all that. This is where it's at. And it is at the moment, the second reason, at the moment still, now this update, this physical product update is one more step towards it going live out there in the wild, and it'll be about $100 or more a month to use this platform. At the moment, there is a lifetime deal on it. It's a pilot program. It means that you're getting features added. When I first got this, there was nothing. There's no affiliate program. It was just a very simple cart. Since then, that was just over 2 years ago. Since then, we've had an affiliate program added into it. There's been 1,000,001 updates to this platform, and this latest big rollout, physical products rollout, is just another case in point. Now, when they get to all of their roadmap for public launching, it will go monthly. So you need to get on this now. It's not cheap, I'll warn you that, but it will save you and make you a lot of money moving forward, and that is guaranteed. Because even if the behavior rules and all the different checkout optimization you do with Thrivecart, even if that doesn't make you any more money, let's say, which it will do, of course, but let's say it doesn't, then just saving on fees. Every time that you sell a product on JVZoo, on ClickBank, on Warrior Plus, you're making Mike Lands and the JVZoo people and the guys behind ClickBank, you're making them a little bit richer. Whereas that money could be in your bank account. You don't need to be spending money to use a platform like that. Now, yes, this is an investment, but once you have gone past that in terms of fees, which if you're selling product, it won't take you very long to recoup, then you're in the clear after that, and you're keeping all that money yourself. So it makes sense, guys. So let's get back to it. This is my Thrivecart dashboard. I've created just now a little test product to show you this system. Now, if you're familiar with it, okay, it looks exactly the same at this point as a digital product. If I click this little button here, there are two ways now. It tells you when you start to create a product, it asks you, is it a digital or physical? The reason for that is it means that if you choose physical, it'll load up a load more features that aren't applicable for digital. And vice versa. If you choose digital, then you won't see you'll get the digital product stuff, not the physical product. It keeps things nice and neat, so you're not confused by anything. Okay, so this is a digital product. So we've got the basic stuff here, and then pricing. Instead of pricing, and calculate sales tax if we want to, and customize the invoice that they get. All the good things that you can do in Thrivecart. So you can set a product price here. I'm gonna say $10, right? I can set quantity in here. Okay, so if I've only got X amount of a certain thing, I can set that, but I'm going to just leave it to unlimited, and that's the option. I'm going to leave that as is. Okay, now you can also add a bump in there, one of these little bumps, okay, and this again asks you if it's physical or digital, and this is the bump which appears on the cart. So if you've got, let's say, if you're selling a t-shirt and you say, hey, how would you like to have a mug with that design on it as well for an extra $5, then you can put that bump in here. I'm not going to do it here just because I don't want to. I'm going to set up your payment processors here, so you can Stripe, PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Authorized Net. Let's just set up Stripe here, for example. Okay, so, and you can choose if you want affiliates. So you can have affiliates selling your physical products. Pretty good, huh? So this is where it gets interesting. Fulfillment, okay? This is an extra tab here because here we've got all the shipping options, right? And there's shipping options for your product and shipping options for your bump. Okay, so because I've chosen to have a bump, I've got that showing. So let's have a look what we can do here. So you put your shipping name in here, it could be anything. And then here you'd select your provider. Now, Thrivecart is already integrated with 6 different fulfillment houses right from the get-go, and there's more adding in later on. So either you do manual shipping, so if yours isn't on the list there, you can do manual shipping, and you can take the order and you give it to Alibaba, wherever it is where you get your product, and you put the order in there. Okay, so it'll take you a minute or two to do that, I dare say. If you are fulfilling through, let's say, Printful, you get to choose the shipping rate, fastest, cheapest, any. And that depending on what shipping charges you're budgeting for, and you have to look on Printful to find out how much they charge. Okay, and you can save that, and you can also say where you want this to be applicable for. Okay, so we're going to call this a GB one. Okay, and we're going to say it's going to cost $6 to send. And shipping is optional for this is either for specific quantities or pricing option. I'm going to keep it all the time. And there's a mug there, so I'm just going to stick that in. Okay, so that isn't a UK one there. Now I can add a shipping option now, and I can say it's specific countries. So let's say the United States. Okay, and let's say I'm going to manual ship to the United States. This stuff here I don't need to fill in because I haven't got a weight thing or a dimensions thing. This is for shipping, remember. Okay, so I'll just back that out. So you've got all your shipping options, right? Then you check out. After purchase, to access the product, you put your support email in there, and you can send them to a URL, or you can display their invoice, or add them to your membership site. Okay, if you've got one added in. Checkout, you can customize the checkout here. I haven't set it all up properly, but basically you customize your checkout. You can have a tall checkout like that. This is the 2-step checkout where people put their details in, then click continue. This gives you a bit more real estate for things like box shots and testimonials. Of course, you can put your testimonials and box shots and bullet points on here as well. That's where the bump goes. You can see the bump there. You can have an embeddable checkout, which is actually on your page, so people can actually fill this in below the picture of whatever it is that they're buying. So that will actually see there. This is the how it looks actually on a page. Or you can have a pop-up. So if you've got a store with a load of t-shirts on or a load of items on tiles, if you click on a tile, this pops up and people can just order it without having to leave your site. Okay, so you can choose all of that. Then the success page, you can either show, you can customize it here yourself, or you can redirect to your custom page, that's up to you. Or your tracking code on there for Facebook and everything else. And this is important, guys, behavior. Okay, so if somebody purchases the main product, you can add them to any of your autoresponders, apply tags. You can also remove tags. So you can add as many of these rules, and you can abandon cart on here, payment is declined, refunds the main product. So you can have them going on a different list according to any of these actions that they do. So if they purchase, they go onto the buyer's list. If they refund, then they go onto a refunders list. Or maybe you can have them taken off your buyer's list if they're refunding. If they abandon the cart, you can put them on a special list, which sends them one email, say, a couple of hours later, just to remind them. And then, that's a disposable, transient list. So what I would do with that is I'd have it send one email, then have them unsubscribe. Or unsubscribe them inside automation, inside the email service provider. If payment is declined, you can put them on a different list saying, oops, you look like you tried to buy, but payment was declined. Maybe you can set up a different shopping cart for PayPal or something like that. Or maybe you can ask them to use a different credit card. So there's loads of stuff there. There's a load of power in there, okay? And you can add as many of these rules as you like. Right, now, just to give you an idea of the integrations. Okay, so let's have a look. I think it's under here. Yeah, and we go to fulfillment services. At the moment, we've got disc.com, Kunaki, Shippo, and Printful. Printful is probably the one that most people are going to be using at the moment. You've also got Google Sheets there, so it'll add your orders, all the details, to Google Sheets. So if you're using a fulfillment house that will look onto a spreadsheet, will monitor a spreadsheet, then you can have it there. Or if you've got somebody, let's say a virtual assistant who is looking at or doing this for you, then it will add their details, everything onto a spreadsheet for you. Also Zapier. So, a lot of people now are connecting with Zapier. So you might find that your fulfillment house has got Zapier capability or webhook capability, and you could use Zapier to get that information to automate the process. Coming very, very soon, Easy Post, Lulu, ShipStation. ShipStation, I think, is going to be a big one, because I think that is a kind of halfway house. So a lot of companies deal with ShipStation, and it's something that is kind of like an intermediary between carts and fulfillment houses. So loads coming, more coming soon, and then there'll be more coming after that. So guys, this is just rolled out yesterday, and I've only had a brief play with it, but it's something which I think is very important. And if you were considering Thrivecart and haven't got it already, then maybe this is something that will add to the value of Thrivecart for you, and it might mean that you make the decision to actually get it. I think Thrivecart is pretty wonderful. I use it quite a lot now, and for all my internal stuff especially, and it saved me a lot of money. I've certainly saved back the investment I've made on it many times over, and it just works so well. It just has so much power. And these days, you've got to think about automation, you've got to think about saving sales, you've got to use all the technology available. So if somebody abandons the cart, you don't let them get away with it. You go and chase that up. This is what selling online is all about these days. You've got to be on the ball a little bit. But to do that, you've got to have the right tools. And Thrivecart goes a long way as a shopping cart to getting those sales for you, converting those sales, and even converting sales that you may not actually convert if you were just using a third-party platform. Okay, so that's it, and I'll put a link below this video where you can grab Thrivecart for a one-time fee. But bear in mind, that is going to end soon, because this is one of the big milestone rollouts. And as soon as they've got all that done, I think Dunning is coming next. When they've got all that done and it's where they want it to be, that's when they'll launch it live, and it will go on a monthly, and it will be at least $100 a month, and it will actually be worth $100 a month. But you don't want to be paying that every single month of your life. So catch you later.